59% win ratio. Second to none.
Welcome back to the Force 9's YouTube channel. Welcome back to the Tim Sherwood Challenge. We're playing with Swindon Town on Football Manager 2017. Let's jump back into it. Okay, so last episode, which I literally finished recording like minutes ago, we took charge of Swindon. We went through all the meetings. We've taken charge of Swindon. The caveat being that we have no control over transfers or contracts, even with staff. Because this is the Tim Sherwood Challenge, meaning that Tim Sherwood is in charge of all incoming and outgoing transfers of staff and players, and of contract renewals, and of contract negotiations for new players as well, meaning we have no control over transfers. Tim Sherwood is the Director of Football at Swindon and joined in November 2016, so I have put him into Swindon on the editor, and we're going to see how we go. Let's have a look at Mr. Sherwood, shall we? Director of Football, where are you? Here he is. We haven't actually had a good look at Tim Sherwood. Let's have a look at his attributes for a Director of Football. So his ability and potential judging is 12 and 14, which isn't too bad, to be honest. I wasn't sure what I was expecting, but 12 and 14 it's decent, I'd say. It's not too bad at all. So there we go. And I'm probably not the only one that said this, but Tim Sherwood, I always think he looks a bit like Jeremy Renner from the Avengers films, and from what else has he been in? Mission Impossible and Bourne Legacy and Hurt Locker. I've always thought he looked like Jeremy Renner. I don't know if anyone else agrees with me on that, but that's just an observation I've had since he took charge of Spurs, pretty much. But yeah, there is Tim Sherwood. So what we're going to do today is we're going to have a look at what sort of squad we've got, because I don't know. So there's us manager, of course. So captain is Nathan Thompson. Vice captain is Yasser Kasim. Hot prospect called Will Henry. There's the Swindon kits. We've got the badges there, of course. We've got the face packs, and all of them will be down in the description as well. And yeah, let's have a look at what sort of squad we've got then. Let's see. So let's sort this by ability. So we've got some good players. You know, Kasim, 4.5-star defensive midfielder. We've got some 4-star players. We've got Thompson. We've got Vigouroux, the goalkeeper. We've got Sean Murray in midfield. Midfield looks really, really good. Doughty on loan from Queen's Park Rangers. Furlong also on loan from QPR. Lloyd Jones, the centre-back, is on loan from Liverpool, so there's him as well. Other than that, though, we don't have a lot of depth elsewhere. We've got lots of good young players here, but for now, we probably need to improve on them. So let's have a look at some of these key players then. Starting at the top with Yasser Kasim, Iraqi midfielder, can play as deep line playmaker or a regista. Lots of green stats in here, which is really, really good. Key member of the first team. So yeah, Kasim has been, you know, a prominent player for Swindon since coming in on a free from Brighton. So yeah, hopefully we can keep hold of him. Our best player statistically at the club. Hopefully Sherwood doesn't let him go anywhere. Nathan Thompson is the captain, also 25 years old. Can play as a centre-back or as a right-back. That is his most natural position. Really good as a defensive fullback. He's already wanted by clubs. Fulham are interested. Been a Swindon player for his whole career, and he's the captain. The goal stat there, bravery at 18, I like. That's pretty good. Bit aggressive, so hopefully you won't get too many cards or anything like that. Good work rate of 15. Our captain looks good. Now, Lawrence Vigouroux was on loan from Liverpool last season, signed permanently for £400,000 this season. Former Liverpool goalkeeper, played for the under-23s, never had a first-team appearance. And the one thing I remember about him was that he was fined, I think it was for missing a training session, and he tried to pay the fine in coppers. That's the one thing I know about Lawrence Vigouroux. I mean, to be honest, I saw him play a few games for the reserves when you know they have the old reserve game on Sky TV, and he's okay. So yeah, I think we've got a decent goalkeeper in Vigouroux. He doesn't seem to have very much backup though. We've got Will Henry, the young goalkeeper, but I think we need a more experienced backup goalkeeper because Vigouroux is only 22 himself. So I think we need to try and find, well, hopefully Tim Sherwood will try and find a good experienced goalkeeper. Sean Murray here, advanced playmaker. Midfield will look absolutely set, looks really good. And yeah, again, he looks very good, lots of 13s and 14s, which isn't too bad at all. The loanies, Michael Doughty looks pretty good. Another midfielder. We're set at midfield. We look really good there. That's fine. Furlong, the right back, on loan again from QPR. Again, lots of teens, 14 determination. The actual technical attributes don't look too good, like 11s and 12s. So hopefully we can improve them. He's only 20 as well, but he looks pretty good. And then we'll look at Abika, the target man. You know, probably going to be my first choice striker. 13 finishing is okay for this level, I guess. Physically looks very balanced. You know, decent bit of pace. Not too disappointed with that at all. I think Abika is going to be our leading man up front. Hopefully he will be scoring goals for us left, right and centre. As far as potential, who else do we have? So we have Will Henry, the young goalkeeper. We've got Furlong on loan. Who do we have in the under-23s? Is there any decent names here? We've got a few players. Scott Twine seems to be the best prospect in the reserves. A 16-year-old striker. 13 finishing is good. A fair bit of pace, and that will only improve with time, so that's good. Good anticipation at 13. We'll keep an eye on him. You know, we'll see how he develops. Other than that, not a great deal to write home about in the under-23s. In the under-18s, Jordan Young looks okay-ish, it seems. 15 fitness, some 12s. Yeah, you know, we might see these guys in the future, but for now, I think they're best suited on the cusp of the first team. Let's have a look at our team report. So here we go. So strengths, we've got Lathan Thompson, leads 4 players who can play as right back. That's good depth. That's good stuff there. With the likes of Kasim amongst 5 players capable of playing as a central midfielder, there's impressive depth here. Vigouroux stands out as a strong option in goal. Thompson is a good option at right back. A number of impressive decision makers. Room in the transfer budget and room in the wage budget. So that's all good. So the spine of the team looks really good. Lots of midfield players up front. We've got some decent players. Defenders, you know, we've got good ones with Thompson. We've got Lloyd Jones on loan. So I think the spine of the team is really good, but it looks like we are just lacking a bit in those wide areas. And goalkeeper as well, it says, could do a more than just Lawrence Vigouroux able to play as a goalkeeper. Not a great deal of quality depth outside of the first team. And yeah, left back looks like an issue. As a decent player in his position, Brandon Ormond Otwell, one of the poshest names I've ever heard, doesn't represent ideal positional strength for a left back. So hopefully Tim Sherwood will see that and it'll improve that left side of the team. I think the left back and maybe the right midfield and maybe one more right back or something. I'm not quite sure. We'll see what he does. But yeah, I'm hoping some moves are made in the transfer window sooner rather than later. Also, doesn't work hard enough individually or collectively. Not the strongest physically. Teamwork's not great. Void of leadership. Low levels of aggression and commitment. Not the best in terms of jumping. Room for improvement on the coaching and scouting team. As we saw last time, we have no scouts. We have no physio apart from our head physio. We have no head of sports science. We've got no data analysts. We've got no fitness coaches. We are missing stuff in those areas. So they need to be sorted out ASAP, please, Tim. So with these players in mind, I've got 2 tactics that I'm thinking of using. First of all is a narrow diamond formation, which will have Vigouroux in goal. Ideally, our first choice back 4 would be, for now, Ormond Otwell, Jones, Thompson and Furlong. And then Kasim playing as a regista just ahead of them, with Doughty and Murray as a roaming playmaker and a box-to-box midfielder. With Jordan Stewart playing behind the strikers as an advanced playmaker. Luke Norris playing as a false 9. It's the name of my channel and it's a position that I don't use very often, so I want to try and use it this season. And Jonathan Obika playing as a target man up front. That for now is probably going to be my first choice team, but I have got another idea. And that idea is this, a 3 at the back formation, something you've never seen on my channel. I never ever use 3 at the back. Maybe now's the best time. It's a system that Swindon do actually play sometimes in real life. And, well, does it work? I don't know. But, you know, it could be an option. We'll try both of them, definitely. So it would be Vigouroux in goal. It would be 3 defenders with the Stendhal's White coming in between Jones and Thompson. Ormond Otwell and Furlong moving up as wing backs, but they can't really play very well there, so they may need some training there. The same midfield 3, Doughty, Murray and Kasim, with Obika and Norris up front. It would just be that extra defender instead of having the other midfielder in there, Stewart. As far as like the mentality and the instructions, this would be kind of like a counter-attacking system. like a high pressing game, high tempo, kind of like Liverpool play, but hopefully winning games. It'll be exploiting the flanks, playing out a defence, closing down a lot more, passing a little bit shorter and running at the defence rather than trying to get it round them. The diamond formation would probably be for when we're trying to control the game, so it would be a control mentality, kind of normal tempo, not too fast or too slow, fairly wide. You know, we want those fullbacks to be pushing forward, closing down more, but we're going to retain possession, playing out of the defence, trying to work the ball into the box. But this one, we want to try and dribble a bit less. We want to try and pass rather than take it round the man. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking for now, but I don't know what to do. In terms of wide areas like the wings, we don't have a lot of options. So that's why there aren't going to be any wingers. I did think of maybe like a 3-4-3, but the wide midfielders just don't cut it for me. So that is why we're going with either wing backs or with a narrow diamond. Well, we got another injury. Jordan Simpson, the 17-year-old, is injured, but only for a few weeks. I don't know if he's good or not. Training camp, auto-select include youth prospects. Let's go into our training, and we want to try and learn these tactics. So we're going to go into tactical focus and go probably high intensity and less match training. Oh no, we'll leave that as it is. Yeah, just go high intensity, try and learn the tactic is what we want to do. What else can we do here? Individual training, yeah, we'll give them all this. Well, there's my first crash dump of this series. Thank you, Football Manager. So looking at our set piece takers, we don't have very good corner takers, I've noticed. Goddard is the best at 10. So, yeah, hopefully they'll be improved with time. Okay, so again, we're in our team report. Now let's have a look at our squad depth. Now, I've shown this screen before previously, and I really like it. Now this is good. This shows you what sort of depth we've got. And, well, for our wing-back formation, as you can see, the wing-back is a bit of a problem. Left-back in total, even if we go to our diamond formation, left-back is a massive problem. You can see no more than 2-star current ability. But everywhere else, I think we're okay. We might need, you know, a good cam for playing a diamond. Strikers, I think we're okay. We've got a Beaker, we've got Norris, we've got Delfonso as well, Hilton. So up front, I think we're fine. We might need a cam if we are going to play this formation. Midfield, I think we're absolutely fine. Kessim can play well as a defensive midfielder, but you might need backup. Centre backs, I think we're set there. Right back, we've got Thompson and Furlong, decent players there. Left back is a massive problem, and probably a backup goalkeeper. So that's the sort of players that I would need, but I don't know if we're going to get those players or not. Looking at the position overview, this is here. In terms of current ability, now this is a screen that I really like. It tells you what sort of players you have in what positions. So I was talking about the spine of the team. You can see how many good and great players we have. Like that midfield, we've got 3 great midfielders, 2 good midfielders. So midfield is really good. You know, we've got a great defender, we've got a great striker, we've got a great goalkeeper. But as you can see on that left flank, we've got no great players there whatsoever. We only have 1 good left midfielder, and that's a position we don't even use. So left back really needs improving. On the right hand side, we've got 2 great right backs, which is okay. You know, wingers, we don't use them, so that's okay. So maybe a right wing back, we might need to train one of them to do that. Okay, I'm not going to play a game today. Next episode will be the first League 1 game of the season. So for now, I think we're going to leave that there. I don't think there's anything else we need to go over. We've met the squad, so I think that's fine. We're just going to see if there is any early business done by Tim Sherwood. Scott Twine has signed a contract extension according to our social feed. Let's have a look at this then. Scott Twine has signed a pre-contract agreement. 16-year-old striker. Oh, we looked at this guy, didn't we? Yeah. So, yeah, he signed a pre-contract. So he'll be on a professional contract once he turns 17. So that's one thing he's done. That's okay. He's earning £170 a week. And it's what's it going to be? A 2-year contract. So he's done, the first thing he's done is give a new contract to a promising youngster. So far, it's a tick for Tim Sherwood. Okay, some signings have been made. Chris Kirkland, for example, has gone to Scunthorpe. Bador has gone to Bristol. Jamie Hansen's gone on loan to Bolton. What else has happened? Katabi has gone to Stoke. James Husband's gone to Burnley. There's a few things here. Hopefully we'll join this list soon. There is 7 weeks in this transfer window, so hopefully we will see some business. Otherwise, it could be a very rough ride if we have to work with the players that we have and there's no signings. Okay, nothing's happened, and we're at the first match, so I'm going to leave it there. And next episode, we are going to jump straight ahead to the first game of the League One season. Who is he even against? Let's have a look. EFL League One. Our first game is at home against Coventry. So that is going to be the first game of the save. Coventry League One finished 8th place last season. They've got Chris McCann, they've got Sam Ricketts, they've got Stuart Pearce as their manager. So yeah, the first game of the series, we're going to be hosting the Sky Blues. Well, that's going to do it for today. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a like down below, leave any comments, and if you want to see videos as and when they turn up on YouTube, hit subscribe, and I will see you next time. We're going to play our first game in League One with Swindon. We're going to see if Tim Sherwood does dip his foot into the transfer market. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.